As far as President Trump and boots on the ground, I don't understand why the base, which they have already, they understand, wouldn't have faith in his ability to execute on this. Look at his track record of pursuing peace through strength, America first outcomes. What he's simply saying, and it's exactly true, and I've said from this podium, it's true, we're not going to foreclose any option. You can't fight and win a war if you tell your adversary what you are willing to do or what you are not willing to do, to include boots on the ground. Our adversary right now thinks there are 15 different ways we could come at them with boots on the ground. And guess what? There are. So if we needed to, we could execute those options on behalf of the President of the United States and this department.
It was a bold and dangerous gamble that has completely backfired on Iran. After suffering heavy losses and seeing its IRGC Navy largely crippled in recent strikes, Tehran made one last desperate attempt to assert dominance by laying hundreds of naval mines across the Strait of Hormuz. They believed this move would paralyze global oil shipments, send energy prices through the roof, and force the world to negotiate on their terms. But instead of creating chaos on their own schedule, it has triggered a powerful international response. Warships from the United Kingdom and France have now arrived in the Middle East and taken up strategic positions near the Strait of Hormuz. With Iran's naval forces shattered, the United States has launched a major coordinated joint mine-clearing operation alongside its partners. American Navy SEALs, US Marines, and specialized vessels like the USS Avenger are working around the clock to sweep the deadly minefields and restore freedom of navigation through this vital waterway. What Iran intended as a strategic chokehold is now being systematically dismantled by a united international coalition. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most strategically important waterways on the planet. It is a narrow choke point between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. Every day, nearly 20% of the world's total oil supply, around 21 million barrels, passes through this strait. It is the lifeline for energy exports from Saudi Arabia, Iraq, the UAE, Kuwait, and Qatar. Iran knew this very well, which is why mining the strait has always been one of their most feared asymmetric weapons. With most of their mine-laying boats and fast attack craft destroyed, they still managed to deploy a large number of mines, both anchored and drifting, across key shipping lanes. The goal was clear: create maximum disruption and buy time for the regime. In the past 72 hours, a formidable multinational naval force has assembled near the strait. British Type 45 destroyers and French Frem frigates, equipped with advanced mine-hunting capabilities and helicopters, have sailed into position and joined American carrier strike groups already operating in the Arabian Sea. These vessels are not only providing heavy security, but also contributing specialized mine countermeasures teams and equipment. The arrival of UK and French warships sends a strong signal. This is not just an American effort. The international community has united to keep this critical strait open. Leading the charge is the United States Navy. At the center of the operation is the USS Avenger, a dedicated mine countermeasures ship specially designed for exactly this kind of dangerous work. Supported by other vessels and operating from nearby amphibious assault ships, the Avenger has moved into the contested waters. Working alongside it are some of America's most elite forces: Navy SEALs and US Marine Corps combat engineers and explosive ordnance disposal teams. These highly trained operators are now executing one of the most complex mine-clearing missions in modern naval history. The joint operation is being conducted with remarkable coordination. It began with extensive reconnaissance. MH-60 Seahawk helicopters equipped with advanced airborne laser mine detection systems and underwater drones have been mapping the precise locations and patterns of the Iranian minefields. The data is shared in real time with British and French partners through a joint command center. Once the mines are located, the dangerous work of neutralization begins. Navy SEAL teams deploy from rigid-hull inflatable boats and helicopters, approaching the mines with extreme caution. Using sophisticated sonar, divers, and remotely operated underwater vehicles, they identify each mine's type and condition. Some mines are destroyed in place using explosive charges, while others are carefully disarmed or towed to safer areas for controlled detonation. Every explosion sends plumes of water and fire into the air, visible proof that Iran's attempt to weaponize the strait is being reversed. The British and French warships play a crucial role in securing the operation. Their destroyers and frigates create a protective screen, using their advanced radars and anti-air systems to guard against any remaining Iranian shore-based missile threats. French and British helicopters conduct constant patrols, hunting for drifting mines and providing additional explosive ordnance support. This level of seamless multinational cooperation has significantly accelerated the clearing process while reducing risks to the teams involved. The challenges are substantial. The Strait of Hormuz is only about 21 miles wide at its narrowest point, with strong currents and heavy commercial traffic still attempting to move through. Iranian forces, though severely weakened, continue to harass the operation using coastal missile batteries and whatever small boats remain. However, any attempt at interference is met with overwhelming force. F-35 Lightning II stealth fighters from the USS Abraham Lincoln maintain constant combat air patrols overhead, while Allied destroyers stand ready to engage any surface or air threat. The message to Iran is clear: interference will only make their losses worse. This operation is more than just technical mine clearing. It represents a major strategic defeat for the Iranian regime. Their navy has been crippled. Their most feared deterrent, the mining of Hormuz, has been turned against them, bringing a powerful international naval presence directly to their doorstep. What was supposed to be a demonstration of Iranian strength has instead highlighted their isolation and military weakness. With every mine destroyed, Iran loses more leverage and faces increasing pressure. The economic and geopolitical implications are enormous. By reopening the strait quickly, the United States and its partners are protecting not only energy markets, but also the global economy from severe disruption. Oil prices, which spiked immediately after the mining attempt, have already begun to stabilize as progress reports emerge from the clearing operation. This joint mission in the Strait of Hormuz stands as a powerful example of international cooperation in the face of aggression. The United Kingdom, France, and the United States, along with other partners, have shown that they will not be held hostage by any single nation attempting to control vital international waters. This was The Military Show, bringing you the latest in-depth coverage from the Strait of Hormuz. The situation remains highly dynamic as clearing operations continue day and night. If you want continuing updates on this major multinational effort, analysis of Iran's current weakened position, and what this could mean for the future stability of the Middle East, make sure you hit subscribe right now, turn on notifications, and stay with us. The Strait of Hormuz is being reclaimed, and the world is watching every development closely.